Hey guys, Chris here. So right behind me we have the Audi e-tron GT, and I've been able to get my hands on this for a very quick and short test drive of only 30 minutes. So today's video is going to be only my first impressions of this Audi e-tron GT. And if you like this early content, please go ahead and click that like button down below. That is much appreciated. Before we take this car on the road, I just want to show you guys the car on the exterior and on the interior. So this is the normal e-tron GT, not the RS model, the model with 530 horsepower. This exterior paint color is called Daytona Gray. It's a very nice color, though I think it's a bit too dark for my liking. And you also have the black optics package, as you can see with the air blades down there. And also around the windows, everything is blacked out, though they have not chosen the black grille. So this has the standard grille, which kind of looks nice. It's a nice contrast, but I don't know if I would spec this car in white. Maybe I would go for the black. But yeah, nice aggressive front bumper. And then we have a bunch of sensors down there. So yeah, also the 360 camera. And the first impression is just this car sits so low. So if you don't know what the Audi e-tron GT is, it's basically a Porsche Taycan with Audi skin. So the silhouette, the overall shape and size of it is like the Taycan, but it has a Audi exterior styling, Audi exterior design. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it's really nice and really low, and that rear end, yeah, looks pretty cool and pretty awesome. And these are quite the big wheels. These are Nokia and Hakkapeliitta R3s. In front we have two 45/20. So I mean, they weren't that big, but I think they are staggered. Yeah, two 85/40/20s in the rear. I mean, this isn't my favorite wheel design on the e-tron GT. I think the spec is a little bit too, low key and a bit boring for my liking, but you can't complain about, the design and the styling of this car. It looks so nice and so low. And do we have a charging port on this side? Yes, we do. So here you have your CCS charger. And then on the other side, I think you have your AC charger. Yeah, so that's your AC charger there on that side, and then you have your CCS on the other side. So I mean, it's really pretty and really cool in real life. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interior quickly before we take this car on the road. And as you can see here, we have frameless doors. And yeah, this has the upgraded Valcona leather package with the honeycomb pattern. Yeah, sorry guys, we're gonna get in here. There was some guy over there doing some construction suddenly. So that was, do apologize about that. So, okay. The interior, guys. And so you have an Audi steering wheel here. But yeah, basically this is very different from a Porsche Taycan on the interior. I mean, it's nothing like a Taycan. You have, the same size of the central screen, which the Taycan uses, of course, with their own, UI over it. But everything else just looks and feels very different. This feels like an Audi. And this climate control system here is also new for the Taycan. Usually you would have, a screen here like on my Audi e-tron, though this steering wheel is very familiar. This is the Audi sports steering wheel. And then you have, a new shifter down here, which you pull and push for drive and reverse. And they also have P for park there. I like the placements of the vents there. That is very practical. But other than that, I mean, this is a black interior, so not too exciting. I mean, the seats are beautiful. These are lifted right out of the Porsche Taycan. The shape, as you can see, of the seat and the headrest, and also the back seat there. This also has the glass roof. I mean, this leather here, this Valcona leather, is so nice and so beautiful. You have it everywhere on the dashboard. You also have it down here on the center console. And this looks very Porsche. This looks very Porsche. So this car is spec'd probably to the brim 1,284,000 is the spec of this car. So I mean, overall quality, soft touch plastics down below in the cabin. The switches are nice, but I think you can opt for a glass optics package because the buttons I have in my Audi e-tron are nicer. Maybe you can get these in anodized aluminum. I'm not sure. And this also has the upgraded Bang & Olufsen sound system. You can see from the label down there. It's not very easy to see. So, okay, that's, you know, just an overview of the interior. I just have, you know, 10 minutes left with this car, and I want to give you guys the driving impressions and also some carbon fiber there. Okay guys, so you sit very low. These seats are very comfortable, and the roof line is very low. The greenhouse is also very low, and the cowl is quite high. Though overall visibility is okay, it's not bad. The B pillars are very thick, and also the rear window is like almost non-existent, but I mean, this is like a supercar. It feels very special, and you sit so low. Though the hood seems not that low as in a Porsche Taycan. So I mean, it's so strange because it's built on the same platform, it's about the same size, and yeah, it feels very, very different to a Taycan. And the suspension, has air suspension. We are in comfort mode, but it's buttery smooth. It's buttery smooth. And I'm gonna tell you guys that a lot of people have been, you know, like on my Polestar videos, complaining about me talking about, you know, comfort and ride quality with the performance pack. You don't, it's, you know, they're not mutually exclusive. You don't have to have a hard and uncomfortable ride to get good performance. That's just not how you have to do it. A well-engineered car will give you both. Like this, handles amazingly well, low center of gravity, and it's also super comfortable on this air suspension. Ooh, I thought it was something in my blind zone there. But yeah, visibility is kind of not the best, but you have these, you know, big wing mirrors that lets you, you know, see quite easily over your shoulder. So yeah, we're gonna take this on a motorway now. Here we have some twisties. Yeah, this thing just changes direction. So nice. Woohoo! Yeah, extremely well controlled. So take it on a motorway here, get up to speed, and yeah, it's fairly quiet. I mean, it's not as quiet as my Audi e-tron, but it's about the same quietness as the Taycan, which is a bit noisier. I mean, it's still a very quiet car. I'm not complaining. You know, I don't have to raise my voice. But the ride, guys, the ride. This rides better than my Audi e-tron. This is buttery smooth. I mean, this air suspension, this rides even better than the Taycan. And the Taycan is a really nice riding car on air suspension, but this is just that level above. I mean, and you have no motion. It's so tight. My God, guys. So we're gonna put it into sport or dynamic here on the drive select, and it will probably lower the suspension. Yeah, I can feel it's a bit more, you can feel the road surface a bit more. But we're gonna go take an exit here, and then we're going to just see if we can turn around here. Yeah, and yeah, 530 horsepower, 530 horsepower. This thing does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 4.2 seconds. So I mean, it's quick. And then it has this fake sport sound, which actually, yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And guys, I do apologize for the lack of B-roll over me talking. I usually try to make these videos and reviews as interesting as possible, but yeah, I don't have enough time. I have 7 minutes left. I have to get back to the dealer with this car, so this is kind of, you know, a rant, kind of unfiltered, unedited, and yeah, so I do apologize if the quality isn't as, you know, per usual, but okay, hit the throttle here. Yeah, this thing is fast. And It's so well controlled and well composed, as you would expect from a car like this. But even in dynamic mode, the suspension is still super nice. You do feel the road more. You do feel it is a bit stiffer, but I mean, it's nothing close to being uncomfortable. Steering is nice, but it's not Porsche steering. It's not Porsche steering, not even close. It's kind of lacking in feel, though it feels quick, but it has like a softness to it that, I mean, you just don't have in the Porsche. Like, I wouldn't call it a polishness, but Audis seem to have, you know, this softness, a layer of softness over them to about everything, just to make them feel more luxurious than, you know, competing cars. But ooh, yeah, this thing is quick. So I keep there's a reflection on the speaker on the hatch shelf up behind me, and there's like a reflection, so I keep mistaking that for a car in my blind zone. That is a bit weird. So again, I thought there was a car. So okay, we have 5 minutes left now. Let's go ahead and find a twisty road up here. And the bus, you have to yield. Thank you very much. Can we turn off traction control? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, here's the button for traction control. Okay, let's see if we can hold that. And of course, we got this van in front of us. Thank you. Okay, so, oh yeah, he's going really slow. 40 and a 50. Let's see if we just can get past him. Yeah, I think we can get past him here. So this thing is super quick. And it has a 2-speed transmission, so when you're in comfort mode, it actually has to kick down, which is quite interesting. But here in dynamic mode, it's not. You don't need a kick down. And these are some twisty roads I usually take the cars I drive on. It's really twisty and has these undulations and banks in the turns and creeks, crests and whatnot, everything. And it even has, you know, potholes, and it's a real nice test for testing the car's dynamics. So as I said, steering is kind of lifeless. I mean, actually, I think there's more feel in the steering in my Audi e-tron. Yeah, it's basically lifeless, but ooh, yeah, this is a nice riding car. Okay, so throttle in the corner, and yeah, you can see my camera. Sorry guys. Throttle in corner, and it pushes wide, so it's not, you know, set up dynamically in that way where it will push on the rear end. I'm not sure about the power, you know, difference between the front and rear axle. So we're going to take a turn here and get down to the dealer here, and I'm going to put the car back into comfort mode and test out the ride quality, because down here we have some really bad roads. But yeah, I mean, this is it rides like a luxury car. It handles and corners like a sports car, and it looks freaking amazing in my opinion. And also a nice turning circle, very easy to drive this car. So okay, so we're going to go here, and usually the road here, when we cross over to the municipality of Oslo, the road surface gets really bad. It's kind of funny on this side of town where you just like, the roads are smooth, and then when you're like in Oslo, it's like the roads get bad. So here is the border right here. So right here the roads are nice, but further up north is like apparent when you cross the city border, which is kind of funny. Right here, the roads, the surface is quite smooth, but we do have some broken pavement here, and then it gets progressively worse as we get closer. It's kind of funny. I don't know what it is with Oslo and their roads, if they're just not prioritizing road maintenance, or if they're using a different type of quality on the asphalt. But I mean, you have potholes here which you don't have on that side of the city border. It's kind of interesting. Broken pavements. I don't know. Does anybody live in Oslo, or a politician or anything, who knows why the roads are worse in Oslo, but when you cross the city line in West, it's not? Okay, some kids screaming at the E-Tron GT. Kind of funny, when I drove the Porsche Taycan off camera here a few weeks ago, kids seemed to love it. Kids were like, oh, look at that car. I think that was kind of funny. And of course, adults also, but kids. I mean, we're kind of afraid that the children growing up today aren't going to be into cars like we were, but there still seems to be some kind of love for cars and children, which is nice to see. So, okay, so we're a bit late. We should have delivered the car back now. I do apologize. So huge thanks to Møllerbil Oslo Vest Audi for lending me this car. That's also where I bought my Audi E-Tron. They rang me up like, do you want to drive an Audi E-Tron GT? And I'm like, yes, of course. Okay, so really bad. The speed bumps here are concrete, so they're really hard. But I mean, this car just soaks up the roads super nicely. And we also have some construction here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's so nice riding. It rides better than my Audi E-Tron. It has like a level of softness and suppleness on top of my Audi E-Tron. And they've probably done that in my E-Tron because, it's tall, it's an SUV. You have to try to stiffen it up so it's not, too uncanny in the corners. But this being, as low as it is, even on, 20-inch wheels, it's still super comfortable. So I'm pretty sure you could equip this car with 21-inch wheels and it would still be as comfortable. So we are almost here. We have some tram lines I want to test here, because tram lines are usually the best test for bad, testing suspension and ride quality. And come on, I mean, yeah, okay, speed bump. Yeah, I mean, it just makes bad roads feel not bad. Audi with their air suspension, I think, have the best calibration and software at the moment, because they just iron out the bumps and make a bad road not seem bad at all. So why are we stopping? Okay, so we're letting people cross where there's no crossing. Okay, that's kind of dangerous, just stopping like that in the middle of the road, people, but okay. So we're soon here. I'm gonna deliver back the car. So first impressions, guys. So no range test, no nothing, no consumption test. But this car is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And after having driven the Taycan, I had an expectation of this car, and this car fulfills it and then some. It's super comfortable, super luxurious, exceptionally well built, and feels so solid. So guys, I'm here now, gonna deliver back the car. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.